question if you don't mind. We appreciate what you are doing, wonderful work, and we like the fact that you're going to new areas. But India is also a country where it's extremely difficult to do business. So are you sure that you are not going to be, you're going to be able to divide between what is necessary for the public and what will eventually be just harassment by your inspectors?
Well, to that, my answer is that what do you think is a harassment? In the sense that you have something totally undefined, they are fleecing you, they are cheating you, they are making money left, right and center. If we define a standard, yes, a few of us might enjoy the privileges of a few restaurants or maybe a few more money, but at least there will be some kind of how do I say, the fact that whatever they are selling in this country will get measured, at least that's that sense of sanity, if I may use the term, should come in their minds. And I'm not saying they're all cheats. I'm just saying that whatever you bring into this country from the country that you brought, you were measured 20 times if you sold anything in that country. And in this country, the gas is flowing without any nozzle being model verified, whereas the country of origin of Emerson in Britain, even the small wire got verified. So my point is, if you cannot have an absolute laissez-faire here, there will be some controls which we need to have. You people are there, so the civil society should ask questions in case these guys are minting money. There is anti-corruption which tries to catch these fellows, and our department has been the worst affected. Almost every third month or the fourth month a guy goes behind. So yeah, that's, as soon as I came, one person was put behind. Those are the checks and balances. But I would say, Sujita, that let there be some standard rather than having no standard. These are blue orders. Somebody has to travel there. Somebody has to say something. I think you and me may be educated, but there are poor fellows out on the field who don't know what it is all about. So bring some sanity in the ground. I understand there should be some control and checks and balances. These guys should not be making money left and center and not hinder business. Yes.
Sir, regarding the builders, Vishwan, I would like to just highlight you. It is only the builders that are counting in food. Now, before they construct a building, that plan is passed with the municipal corporation, and I have checked with all the municipal corporations around Mumbai that they are always taking the plan in square meters. I have checked plans. That means when the building plan is passed, it is in square meter. And only those builders, they are setting it in square feet. Therefore, there should be some check from your side that as it is the plans as they are passed by the BMC or municipal corporation for that matter, that it should come as they are. It should not be reconverted into unacceptable terms. In fact,
I just want to add to that. I mean, there can be very simple, easy coordination between the BMC, the registrar and your office. So if it's a past plan, at that stage it's square meter. While registering the property, how does it get converted into square foot? So if there's a little bit of coordination between these three departments, we can always have it in square meters.
If I have to address that question, the two things that we've done, one is we've written to MADA asking them, please give us all the documents of all your sale deeds, how do you go about it, to understand the process. So that part we have done. The second part is that we have started in Thana saying that if you're registering anything, well, first and foremost, square foot is illegal. There's no builder can be on a square foot. The number two is that if you are even in square meters, you cannot register without verification. I am saying that this will have to be verified, and how it gets verified? Well, there are ways and means of getting it verified, and we are providing a service. So every citizen today, we are saying that you have a right to ask, on what basis did you say this was 100 square meters? And we should we should come and help you. So we are trying at MADA, we are trying with the registrar, which is with the BMC. So these two organizations we are already talking. And the import will not be felt very soon. The letters have gone to almost the lowest ranks. But when it starts evolving, they will realize this is going to be a showstopper. But I'm with you, and I don't think the builder should be allowed. One thing which I said, that they were selling some 45 square foot free, which we have changed. He said you can't do 45 square foot free, so they changed it to smiles instead of whatever.
One sec.
No, smiles are, but they are now numbers. They're saying 45 smiles, so that's all right. No, 45 smiles is in that sense, but they're not offering it for sale or anything. They're just saying 45 smiles. So the transaction is not oriented, but 45 square foot was certainly transaction.
Sir, a wonderful talk from you. A general question is any negative variation permitted? For example, if somebody is saying I'm selling 500 grams net, then is a 5% or a 2% negative variation permissible in food or in property measure?
Both there is a tolerance within which plus and minus is allowed. There are per meter there is a tolerance, similarly per liter there is a tolerance. So that tolerance, both plus and minus, is allowed within permissible limits, and those are printed with us. Like we can share with you how much is allowed and how much is not allowed.
So for example, a builder with whom we are negotiating a redevelopment deal is saying you have to allow me 5% negative variation on property measured. Is that permissible? 5%, he's asking for 5%.
No, but that's a part of the negotiation deal. But if he signs an agreement with you saying that it is 500 square foot and 5% means 25 square foot which is missing, you can always file a legal metrology case against him, because I don't think 5% is a permissible limit.
It's not. Okay.
It's not a permissible limit.
Is there any defined permissible limit?
Yes, we have per square meter, per meter we have permissible limits. If you want to, we'll share them with you. Okay? Yeah.
Sir, you talked about cosmetics. Color bar is imported, and on the color bar cosmetics there is no MRP. So can it come under this?
Sure. The color bar which gets sold in the beauty center, or we will surely get them rated. You tell us.
Yes, color bar, they don't have MRP on their packages.
There's so many things which are there. Color bar certainly cannot sell without MRP.
Yeah, but they are selling, so you can take it.
So you told me, and you will see, we will do.
Secondly, one or two more questions. Whatever legal requirements are there are printed in very fine print. So it's very difficult for any normal consumer, any layman to read those conditions, whether everything is covered or not. And secondly, can you not make electronic weighing scales compulsory? Because most of the places when there are normal tarajus are there, they're always, they can always tilt it in their favor. So for that, and at the mall, most of the time these bottles with more MRP is sold. So why there is differentiation between, say, maybe Aquafina is sold at 20 rupees outside, and in the mall the MRP says 50 rupees. So is it permissible?
If the MRP is printed as 50 rupees, we can't really help it. If the MRP is 50 rupees, yeah, I understand. So they have reprinted it for selling in the mall. That's exactly where we checked Trident, and we found that it was 70 rupees on that aqua bottle. So that we can do, because that's what is printed. But the other question that you asked me about cosmetics, certainly covered, and they will. And this third thing that you asked, electronic weighing scales. Now here there is a power. The power is with the controller to define what kind of measures you will use. So if there is a group of people and they come up to me and say, hey, Polly Hill, we don't want any of these fellows to use manual weights and measures, I get a petition like that, I issue an order, and that's the end of it. So that's very simple for me. Yesterday when these fishermen came, the fishermen were saying that our fish gets weighed by manual scales, and they were like protesting for 15 days. This was a strike being done by them for 15 days. They were saying these suppliers who take the fish, they're taking it by those manual weights, and the suppliers were saying that, look, we cannot use any electronic weights because the guys who are purchasing from us for exporting, they're also using manual weights. So this is a fight going on. The Commissioner of Fisheries was negotiating with them, but they came to us and somebody pointed out in my office that look, we have powers. We had powers. We said no exporter and no supplier can use anything other than electronic weights, which are of class 3 weights, no matter end. So here we can, when you let us know which locality, we can make this as a law for that place. I think there are certain kind of things which you should say, not just as an area, but I should say certain kind of commodities. Certain kind of commodities should not be sold other than electronic weights, and that probably we could consider. But we need a lot of feedback on that. Which kind of commodities we want, because making it area specific doesn't really work. Even though I said so, but I think commodity wise we could talk about it. We could say that certain commodities should be sold only by electronic weights. That is very much permissible. Yeah. No, I think you have a point, and we will consider that. Yeah.
So the builders, when they are paying when you pay 25% to them, why not you have them measure it by cameras, record it by cameras, one. And
cameras what?
See, now I'm paying 25% for the flat, new flat. So have it measured at that time by video recording, so that the person is not cheated. That is one. To have mobile clock meters. For mobile, have mobile clock meters. In CNG, have web cameras to check the correct count. And for digital, why not empower the people to weigh along with their weighing scales, so that cheating doesn't take place.
Last point, what is it?
Thank you.
Oh, that point, just one second, just to address your point.
Hello.
We'll look that. We'll look it up. Anything has to be.
I just want to offer this packet, nice packet, 29 rupees. Weight is not there, who manufactured is not there, nothing is there. It is sold in all grocery shops. All grocery shops are doing this. This is manufactured in Dharavi for all Dharnawalas who they sell it.
We work only 9 to 5. So.
This thing is made to you requesting. This is the balance sheet of Consumer Guidance Society, which has sold a weight, stone weight for 20 rupees. The letter has been written to you with no action.
When was this?
I can send you this.
Send me on the WhatsApp. I'll give you my number. I'll give you my number.
Consumer Guidance Society in collaboration with your department.
Good, you were saying collaboration, not collusion.
You can see this.
No, I'm seeing it already. This scale is like manipulated.
This thing is certified by your department.
Certified by the department. And it doesn't work?
They are selling these stone weights.
Acha, these guys, this is certified. Okay.
Your department.
Okay. We'll see. Ken Mart. Okay.
Sir, if you just now go to the one charge station, you can get the Bisleri bottle, 20 rupees. Same Bisleri bottle, if you go to the Taj Hotel and the 5-star hotel Marriott, they'll charge in 300 rupees. Even any food, the product is same, company is the same. Why they are taking so many?
The MRP
I hope you inspect this matter and go. Why they are taking 304 rupees in the Taj? Same bottle, same thing you get in the charge station, 20 rupees.
Taj thing will happen. Taj thing, if they're charging a bottle without 300 rupees written, but somehow I have found out that these Bisleri bottles actually have 300 rupees written. That's what the problem is, that they have got two lots. One is which is a printed money, which is 300 rupees. So then you can't do much. By the manufacturer, yes. So they are saying this is for sale in Taj. This is the case. This was a case of in these airlines. That case went to the court. In the airlines, they were selling these bottles at much higher price, Indigo and otherwise. So, but the problem is that they got this MRP printed on those Himalaya bottles. So we could really charge the Indigo. So all these things, I think this is a problem that they are printing.
Sir, I got a Cadbury's chocolate. Excuse me, sir. I got a Cadbury's chocolate bar. It has no labeling, it has no manufacturing date, nothing written on it, no MRP. So what I did was I thought, let me call up their helpline number. The worst part was the helpline number is almost defunct. Tamcha number, astitvat nahi and all that crap, and it never works. I tried 20 times, it did not work. Now should I write to the CEO of Moneylife International, who are making a big hue and noise about the packaging and everything, and they're getting new chocolates from Europe? Again,
no point of writing to them. The only thing is how the gentleman brought here, you could probably just get a wrapper.
I have the chocolate with me.
So why don't you, I don't want a chocolate here, but what I'm saying is, well, what I'm saying is that you probably can, I will leave a number with you, you can probably visit us or one of our offices, which will direct you where to go, and you will lodge a complaint, we'll take action.
Do you have office in Thane? I live in Thane.
Yeah, it is offices, by the way, are in Maharashtra all over. And I didn't tell you about our expanse. We cover each and every district. Our inspectors are in each and every district. So this is entire Maharashtra is covered. So if the raid can happen today in Cadbury, will happen to entire Maharashtra one day. So you give us a wrapper, we will wrap those cases up. But that's a word.
Thank you very much.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah.
Sir, I have one question. There are number of grocery shops as well as other shops where they are using that weighing equipment. We see always in the pan where they are putting weights, it's always lower down. If we are asking them to check, they are not showing first of all, and if they check also, we are always find without putting weight that pan is down. So they are probably saying that 100, 200 grams nobody sees. So why don't we have such a system unless and until those equipments are not getting calibrated, we should not allow them to run the shop. That is first of all. And in a day, number of consumers, those who are taking the whatever the groceries from them, there the consumers are losers. In each and every item per kg, how much they are losing, and the shopper is getting benefited. So why don't we have such a system unless their equipment is not calibrated, and if they are finding that cheating to the customer, why don't we ban their shop? Why don't we cancel their shop and establishment license? In foreign countries, if you see that anybody is cheated by weights, they close down their shop. Why don't we have such a system?
Okay. So
frequent checkup of the equipment.
First, answer to your question about using weights and balances which are not proper. Actually, it is illegal, and but let me tell you the process. These weights and measures have to be verified and calibrated every year. At least on paper, they get calibrated and they get verified every year. Some of them are like one, but these table balances which you're talking about are getting calibrated and verified every year. But if you find that they are not up to the mark, then again I'll say we can check and we can seize those goods. We can't close the shop, but we can seize the weight and measure which is illegal. So that much we can do. So he'll give you a helpline number, you can talk to us.
Excuse me. You're talking about closing down the shop. Excuse me. Legally established. What about the hawkers and vendors?
Anybody using a wrong weight and measure, be it a hawker or a vendor, everybody is covered under the Act. As I said, it is not only a person who is a small timer or a person who is a big timer, all of them are the same. The weight and measure, whatever they use, has to be certified. There is no question in India anybody having a weight and measure which is not certified. So that's a law. So
basically,
hello.
In India, all hotels are not using weights and measurements except railway canteen. At railway canteen you will find measuring cylinder for the liquid and weight scale and weights for the solids, and they have mentioned the tariff accordingly. That bundi lodo 30 grams is much like this.
That's correct. That's correct.
150 ml.
Actually, that should also no.
And this is not being used. This is not being enforced by your department. So hotels that you have to make somewhere.
No, it will be done. Interesting in what you said, Mr. Shah. You see, for your information, the hotels, as per the law, are actually not supposed to sell per plate. They are supposed to sell per kilo, per gram, per kilogram or whatever. So everybody who is selling per plate, per serving is actually an offender. But you see, some of these acts slightly are dated, at least to that effect. But notwithstanding whether they are dated or not, the fact is that this can be enforced. This can be enforced absolutely. And we will try and see where we can do this. And we will have to call a meeting of the hotel fellows, because you can't just clamp down all of them. They will stop selling anything. Because right now, nobody from Udupi to Taj sells by grams, except for IRCTC. And where they are saying so, we are checking them. The chai which they sell is like 40 milliliters. We have checked once or twice. But I'm right. You are absolutely.
Basically, this is about the Prabhadevi Siddhivinayak temple, where we have taken a lot of issue with the Siddhivinayak for penalizing them also for violating the municipal laws. And the one issue we are now taking up is that they give prasad, packaged ladu, without an MRP. And that we are now taking. If it was not packaged, there is nothing.
So who's giving packaged ladu? The shops there?
No, the Siddhivinayak temple itself is charging 10 rupees with the packaged ladu. If it was not packaged ladu, I don't have any dispute about it.
No, that's an offense.
So I will be sending that matter to you. There are a lot of political pressures already on me to saying that this is a religious matter, you should not take. But anyway, the matter still is going on.
No, I will do that.
Yes.
Maybe
the other issue is that other issue I just wanted to talk about is that whenever I go to Mumbai, Pune with my family are always in a non-position to eat anything, because nothing is sold in MRP.
Like on those
all those highway malls, highway shops which are there, not a single item is sold in MRP.
No, but the loose items cannot be sold on MRP, right? What are you talking about?
No, I am talking a packaged food itself. If you visit the highway shops over there, like Prabhat, Kailash Prabhat and all these things which have a monopoly.
Where Prabhat and Kailash?
On the express highway.
There is Prabhat and
yes, Kailash Prabhat is there. Except McDonald's, all are selling without MRP. Say for example soft drinking, it is written soft drinking available, but it is not written what are the MRP. I am sure your officers will be visiting those places.
So they are aware also?
Yes, they are aware of it also. So if
I am getting aware now.
So we would like to take, I want your help in a way that we frequently visit Mumbai, Pune for various talks in Yashoda. So we would like your inspectors to come with our vehicle, and we can have a joint inspection and visits, whether that is possible, because under the Right to Information Act there is an inspection clause for the citizens to do it, which we are now doing for the social audit.
You are most welcome.
So I think, thank you very much. So I will come with all those matters with you.
Whenever you want.
Hello. See, the energy meters installed by BST, are these certified? If they are certified, what is the validity time? Is it certified for life?
No.
Then what is the validity?
None of them. I don't have the figures myself. I don't know the right time for which, but they have to be certified for a particular period of time. Nothing that's lifetime.
But last 10 years I haven't seen BST, at least in the area where BST is supplying energy to me, they have been ever certified, or anybody has ever checked or done anything on that.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Like RTO, the electricity also, the Electricity Act being there and the RTO having their own kind of motor vehicle act, both these people have tried to get some kind of component to keep the weights and measures out. I believe the electricity fellows also have done a similar thing. But we are trying, and I'll let you know, I'll pass it on to Sucheta, or maybe write on the blog, I'll let you know and get back to you whether what is the situation with the electricity meter.
That's very important because...
Yeah, I understand, yes.
So it is, infinity as far as the validity is concerned. That's number one. Number two, these milk pouches which are sold everywhere in Bombay, they are sold higher than the MRP prices, everywhere.
No, they are wrong. They can't do that. They can't do that. We've been catching wherever we get the complaints from.
Everywhere. It's not a place.
You send the complaint to Shanbag. We'll share the email ID.
What about the cigarette packs, They are sold by the numbers. They are packed, isn't that so?
Yeah.
So how is it allowed?
They have to write the N there. If they are the numbers, they are allowed. If they write N, so many numbers, then they are allowed. 10 cigarettes, 20 cigarettes, then that's the exclusion clause, yes.
Sir, coincidentally, I have a similar question on the BST billing. I've come across a few people who have approached me saying that there could be potential gross overbilling.
In BST, in the electricity?
Yeah, and I have 5-6 such copies also. So, in continuation to that, will it help if I give you those photocopies?
Oh, absolutely. Come with a complaint with us, we can go against them, because you see, weight and measure has not excluded anything which has to do with electricity or anything to do with the taximeters. When I joined, the first question that I asked was, why are the taximeters not being covered? Then they came up with this 2003 court ruling saying that the RTO should make its own rules, and once they make it, when I have written to RTO just the other day, Mr. Jagade, saying that, boss, where are your rules? And I am saying that you people can support us, saying that you don't make rules, don't check, everybody gets fleeced, we are ready to work. To the extent that I am genuinely saying that these are the people who should be brought under this umbrella. Similarly, electricity, they just want to have a different kind of measurement group, and which is not as per law.
Okay, and there are also certain bills which have been sent as estimated bills. So is that also covered under your department? I have photocopies for that.
You bring it to us and we can have it evaluated. But I think we need to give them an address of ours.
Hello.
So, yeah.
Hello.
Whoever.
We are staying in Irradiated. My building was redeveloped, and the builder has given an agreement, and now suddenly after 7 years, BMC is telling us that your area is increased and they have charged us property tax as per the capital value. When we approach the builder has no answer. He says BMC have made the mistake. When we approach BMC is telling builder has made the mistake. Now our secretary has charged us 35,000 rupees per annum for the property tax. There is no proof given. BMC have given us that your area is increased in a letter, but no proof why it has increased.
The area being increased is our domain. They cannot really, the area being increased is our domain.
The notice has already come and the secretary is not bulging. Neither is going to developer.
Bring that to us.
Sorry?
Bring that to us.
Can we write a letter?
No, not write.
11 people.
Yeah.
Give you the address, you can.
आने से पहले आपके डिपार्टमेंट के बारे में मैं खुद बहुत कम जानता था। क्या आपका ऐसा कोई प्लान है कि जो बाकी की जनता है उसको भी आप कहीं इसमें इन्वॉल्व कर सको, कि अगर संजय पांडे इस पोस्ट पे न रहे तो भी इस डिपार्टमेंट इसी तरह आगे काम करता रहे? थैंक यू।
इन्वॉल्व क्या, जनता के लिए डिपार्टमेंट है। अब जनता को ये सोचने की जरूरत क्यों पड़नी चाहिए कि डिपार्टमेंट से उनको क्या मदद मिलेगी कि नहीं मिलेगी? ये तो हमारी बहुत बड़ी कमजोरी है। आपके लिए डिपार्टमेंट बना है, आप 1, 2, 10, 100 कितने भी आए, आपको जो डिपार्टमेंट सर्विस नहीं करता है तो यू शुड बी वोकल ना, और आपको अपने हक अपने हुकूक लेके रहना चाहिए। मैं तो यही कहूंगा, मैं तो आपके साथ हूँ इसमें, और जब तक मैं हूँ तब मैं करने को तैयार हूँ, लेकिन डिपार्टमेंट को भी आपके लिए, सारी सरकार आपके लिए, आपके साथ, आपके हाथ, और जो भी है नए नए स्लोगन्स है, आपका विकास सबके साथ, तो आप चलिए साथ साथ आइए आप, तो यही क्या कहा जा सकता है।
Sir, all the liquids are measured in liters, but that liter is at one particular temperature. So temperature and liter are both related to each other. When oil is being sent to all the petrol pumps, on the barrel it is written at 29.5 degrees centigrade, it is 210 liters.
वो correct है।
Internationally, crude oil is being sold and purchased at
15 degrees centigrade. Conversion is being made. In defense also, the oil refineries sell it at 15 degrees centigrade. Why doesn't our consumer or the dealers get the petroleum product at 15 degrees centigrade and they sell at 15 degrees centigrade? Internationally, it is there, sir. The equipments are there, the pumps are there, whereby the oil or petrol can be converted automatic to 15 degrees centigrade, so that there is no loss of volume.
इसको एलाबोरेट करके जो अगर हमको लेटर लिखेंगे तो एक कॉपी आपको और मैं, क्योंकि ये सारी चीजें डायरेक्टर मेट्रोलॉजी करता है, आई विल सेंड इट टू हिम इमीडिएटली. इट विल नॉट टेक मी मोर देन अ डे. आप लेके आइए. आई नो दैट दिस शुड बी the temperature and the measure both vary, so we can do that. I mean, I welcome that suggestion. Yes.
Sir, all the packages should have MRP, date of manufacture, etc. Is there any place fixed whether it should be there? Because at some packages it is on the top, some packages at the bottom, and when you go and purchase, you really find where it is, what is the cost, what is the price.
एक ही है कि ये लिखा हुआ prominent and legible. Prominent and legible.
What is prominent? How do you define prominent and legible?
नहीं, वो अब हमारा सब्जेक्टिव सेटिस्फैक्शन के ऊपर है. तो कल एक भजिया का पैकेट लेके आए थे. I forget that name of that company which was selling this bhajias. उसमें ग्रीन कवर के ऊपर उसने लिखा है, मेरे को पढ़ के बता रहा था कि साहब यही नंबर है. वो ग्रीन के ऊपर ग्रीन में ही लिखा हुआ है. तो कैसे आप देखेंगे? तो उसको हम लेजिबल मानते हैं. लेकिन बात आपकी सही है, कहाँ होना चाहिए ये नहीं लिखा. ये नहीं लिखा.
Any rule can be made for that? Can any rule be made for that? That this color, this size, this font?
तो देखिए, रूल तो महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट ने बनाने चाहिए और सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने भी बनाने चाहिए. लेकिन
अगर आप कहेंगे जब भी बनेंगे ना
जी,
आप कहेंगे तो बनेंगे.
हाँ, ये हमने कुछ रूल्स तो बनाने के लिए बात की है, बट ये चीजें इसको कैसे करना चाहिए, आई डू नॉट नो कितना हद तक हो पाए. आप दीजिए, आप लाइए आप.
Sir, you've been talking about Mahanagar gas. Just one question pertaining to Mahanagar. There is assessed billings every 2 months. Is that permissible?
जी?
Assessed billing. They don't take the actual meter reading. They just say assessed and there is bills every 2 months. Is that permissible?
Of your
gas consumption. Mahanagar Gas Limited.
यहाँ आने के पहले मैंने यही बात की है. देखिए, टेक्निकली प्रॉब्लम क्या है इसमें कि हमारे यहाँ के लोग बहुत दे आर रीडिंग इट वेरी क्लोजली. दे आर सेइंग कि फ्लो मीटर्स जो हमारे सीएनजी गैस के फ्लो मीटर्स जिससे गैस निकलती है, दैट इज समथिंग विच इज कवर्ड अंडर रूल्स, बट घर के जो मीटर्स हैं दे आर नॉट कवर्ड. तो मेरा ये मानना है कि जो एसएस बिलिंग वाले बिल जो है, आप एक मेरे पास लाइए. हमने साफ एमजीएल को आज ही कहा है कि सारे घर के मीटर कवर्ड है. अब आपको जो करना वो करिए. आप घर के मीटर जो है जाके पहले अप्रूवल लेके आइए. हमारे से तो आपने अप्रूवल लिया नहीं, तो जिससे भी लेना है आप उससे लेके आइए और अप्रूवल करा लीजिए. उसके बाद हम वेरीफाई करेंगे. तो अब ये है कि अब बॉल इज इन देयर कोर्ट एंड वी आर गोइंग टू मूव अहेड बाय टुमारो इवनिंग to MGL absolutely on this.
So of these billings we can send the complaints to you?
Oh yeah.
And this is not permissible as per the act?
It is not permissible. There is no estimation. How can you estimate?
Exactly.
And I am talking about per second talking about atomic clock. I am certainly going hammer and tongs on that.
I've got an answer. Thank you.
Hammer and tongs on this.
संजय सर, मेरा क्वेश्चन है, बट मैं पब्लिकली हमारे सब एक्टिविस्ट है यहाँ पे आपका थैंक्स कहने चाहता हूँ कि आपने एक इनोसेंट्स को 2 महीने पहले मैं आपके पास आया था, आप ह्यूमन राइट कमीशन में थे, पूरा लाइफ टाइम जेल में जाने से बचाया.
वो तो खैर दाते साहब ने किया.
30 सेकंड लूंगा. लड़का भी जरा आगे आ जा. मैं आपको बताऊंगा क्या हुआ था. ये लड़के ने ना सीएसटी में एक माफिया गिरोह जो एक्सटोर्शन करता है, एक टीवी चैनल को हेल्प किया था स्टिंग करने में, उसको एक्सपोज किया. वो गैंग के खिलाफ एफआईआर हुआ. बाद में उसके ऊपर डकैती का झूठा एफआईआर हुआ आजाद मैदान में, जिसमें लाइफ टाइम जेल है. फिर घाटकोपर पुलिस को रात को 11 बजे उठा के लेके गया, मारा पीटा बंद कर दिया. फिर मैंने बहुत सारे एक्टिविस्ट और ह्यूमन राइट एक्टिविस्ट के एनजीओ को बात किया कि इनोसेंट को फंसा रहे, गरीब है, पूरा जिंदगी जेल में सड़ेगा. कहा नहीं, ऐसे छोटे मोटे केस हम नहीं करते. मैंने कहा ठीक है, लोकल ट्रेन में 3,500 लोग हर साल मरते हैं, उनका केस करो. बोले वो भी हम नहीं करते. अल्टीमेट मनीलाइफ फाउंडेशन को अप्रोच किया, साहब से बात किया, सामने पूरा इंक्वायरी सेटअप किया और पुलिस से लिख के दिया कि उसको खोटे केस में फंसाया था और हमने छोड़ दिया. थैंक यू सर.
वो एक्चुअली दाते साहब का कमाल है. ही इज अ ग्रेट ऑफिसर इन बॉम्बे सिटी. Full marks to him because he listened to me and he took that. So it was Mr. Date.
Clarification regarding the electronic gadgets. You said that Apple sells a model of particular memory for this price. A small clarification, as in, does sample have to come to your department and get a certificate for a particular model? Does the law states that? And in that case, if we don't have anything, then we can approach your department.
Yeah, actually, honestly speaking, for anything to do with a digital measure, that is MBs, it is probably not defined under the international system of units. So unless until that gets included, I don't think we have any purview. But what I'm saying is that we should together make a movement and talk to the government that this is something which affects us and this is something where we should make rules and make some standards which could be, because it's going to affect this entire digital India. So there is no such thing today, as far as I know, how they are measuring it. Without measuring, they are selling it. As of now, if they come to me also, I'll be helpless. I can't do much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Pandey, my name is Bapu Malcolm. You mentioned that you had your neck on the block. Yeah, you can stop me if you want me to. If you want to. Your department is definitely not filled with angels. How about putting their necks on the block? I'm a lawyer, so that's why I'm telling you. The public is as much harassed by your department as by the traders.
That's correct. I agree.
33 visits to a court, out of which your inspector came for maybe 1 or 2. Should we start filing malicious prosecution against your department? It's possible, Mr. Pandey, it's possible. It's not that we want to, but it has to stop. You know how they do it? I'll tell you how they do it. From shop to shop they go, give me your calculator, and they punch in 5,000. That means give me 5,000 rupees. Next shop, 7,000.
This is regarding what? The weights and measures? Oh, okay. Weights and measures?
They go from shop to shop.
No, the police or the...
Your inspectors.
The weights and measures you were talking.
Yes, weights and measures.
No, that's
It's terrible. I mean, people of 80 and 85-year-old are taken to magistrate's court for 33 times, and the inspector doesn't turn up.
No, you were talking about a weight and measure case or a...
Yes, weights and measure case.
Okay,
weights and measure case.
It's very sad to hear that.
Even for us advocates, it's sad. we go there and there's no complaint and we come back.
That's very sad. That's very sad. So what response do you want?
You tell me. Suppose somebody complains about say thing like that. I mean, I'm glad that we are face to face with somebody who's prepared to do something. Normally it would be just put under the carpet. If you want, please. If you want, no, just I'm coming to that. If you want, I'll send you the papers. Please have a look at it. Just transferring the fellow doesn't help.
No, I agree.
5 people, 5 partners, out of which one died. The eldest one was 85 years old. Everybody was over 65. Literally harassed 33 times to the magistrate's court.
But this is a very small. It talks about compounding as well. Why the whole case did not get compounded?
You see, my client happened to be an LLM, and he said, "I'm not going to pay a bribe. Let's see what you can do."
But it is not bribe, but the government has specified compounding amount.
My dear sir, my client was not proved guilty.
No, it is not being proven guilty.
But why should he compound it when he's innocent?
Yeah, that's the point. But
I would not allow him to compound it. I would walk out if he talked of compounding.
Okay. No, you bring the case to me, that's all. It's a specific case I can look at.
I'll send the papers to you.
Yeah. So we'll look at it. Sure.
Thank you.
Now, I was giving the address. So my website is down actually.
I want to ask you one question.
Sure.
That you have to make a strong law against cosmetic products because of what they show all the natural ingredients, and in that bottle they sell all the chemicals, and girls start using all their product at very young age, and by the time they come to 30 or 35 they start looking old.
My point is that we we are weights and measures. We are not quality. So the quality of the product is actually handled by Food and Drug Administration in this. So we can't look at quality. But weight, if they're selling you a candy bar or something which is
क्वेश्चन ये है कि हम यहाँ पे पैकेज चीजें जो हुई है उस पे हम क्वेश्चन कर रहे हैं। यहाँ पे एक प्रोडक्ट है जो बैन है, गुटखा जो कि बैंड है महाराष्ट्र में, और गुटखा पैक होके यहाँ पे आ रहा है, खुलेआम बिका जा रहा है, बेचे रहे। आपको एरिया भी मैं बता दूंगा जहाँ पे बेचे जा रहे हैं, मदनपुरा, कमाटीपुरा, ये सारे एरिया में, जहाँ पे पुलिस स्टेशन का जो दायरा है 1 किलोमीटर ही है, आधा किलोमीटर है। तो और ये सर कैसा है, ये एकदम, और गुटखा खाने वाले कोई अमीर आदमी नहीं है, जो इलिटरेट लोग हैं, पागल है।
एकदम सही है, लेकिन देखिए भाई इस चीज को आप डिफरेंशिएट करिए कि जो बैंड गुड्स है उनके बारे में कुछ लोगों को पावर्स है, और जो गुड्स हैं जो वेट और मेजर में बेचे जा रहे हैं उनके बारे में कुछ लोगों को पावर्स है। जो बैंड गुड्स है हमने बताया वो फूड एंड ड्रग एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की जवाबदारी है, पुलिस की जवाबदारी है। मैं अपनी जवाबदारी झाड़ नहीं रहा हूँ, लेकिन मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि भाई हमारा वो दायरा ही नहीं है। हमारा दायरा तो ये है कि आपको किसी ने जैसे सफोला गोल्ड, सफोला एक्टिव, और उन लोगों ने जो बिना MRP लिखे, ये केस था मैरिको के ऊपर कि उन्होंने 4 डिब्बे एक साथ बेचना शुरू किया विद अ बॉक्स विच डिड नॉट हैव द MRP। तो जो अगर MRP बाहर नहीं लिखा 4 डिब्बों में एक साथ, तो वो उनका ऑफेंस है, तो वो हम कर सकते हैं। लेकिन अब जो अंदर सफोला गोल्ड की बजाय उसमें कोई और पानी है तो वो हमारे दायरे में नहीं आता है। अदरवाइज वी विल लव टू डू दोस काइंड ऑफ केसेस। तो ये हमारा थोड़ा लिमिटेड स्कोप है जी।
Good evening, sir. I just wanted you to throw some light on the education sector. I'm not sure if this will qualify in the weights and measures. A lot of institutes, right from IT, MBA colleges, and many more colleges, institutes give this number as 100% placement assistance. 100% placement assistance. So that's the very general term which they provide. So can this come under this weights and measure? It's measurement, right?
इंटरनेशनल स्टैंडर्ड यूनिट्स में अब नंबर को आप जो आगे पीछे करके कहें कि हाँ नंबर्स को है, तो बहुत काफी कुछ, दिस इज अ वेरी स्ट्रेच, दिस इज अ बिग स्ट्रेच. You can bring that case, we can evaluate it. That's as best as you can say. But as far as I understand, the major cases that we've done is of the length, जो centimeters में है, weight in kgs. In terms of numbers, there is still a unit which you are talking about. If it gets covered under that unit, if they have mentioned the unit, one can look at it. But I will tell you offhand, it's on a stretch. But if you have the time and you want to come, you're welcome.
I would like to respond to this. The Advertising Standards Council of India, every single case where they say 100% placement guarantee, those ads are stopped. Okay, so first stage, ASCII writes to them and asks them to prove that they have 100% placement. Nobody has been able to prove. Okay, I'm on the ASCII committee. Week after week, we are holding those people, upholding complaints against them and stopping them, writing to the newspapers also to stop. So I think your first step before going to legal metrology would be to file a complaint with ASCII, which you can do online also.
They use the word assistance. Not guarantee.
The minute they say 100%, ASCII has been upholding because they can never prove. So send a complaint. Send a complaint, sir.
Yeah, this is with regard to government of India's own this thing. Irradiated food. Irradiation is that the gamma ray which is given to the food because there is no control or there are cases where people who have used irradiated food ending up with cancer. The same way the black diamond again through the gamma rays, because again since you are talking about jewelry as well as the food, this is a serious issue. We can come and discuss with you because we have an expert on atomic energy. So we would like to, because we have seen that.
You're saying that these are using gamma rays and which are bad for.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, the British started. In fact, America started. Europe started. But they reduced this thing. But we have no control. I mean, nobody is there. In fact, government of Maharashtra closed down one of its factory which was doing this Irradiated. But Atomic Energy keeps on saying that it is safe, it is safe.
So if there is a measure for the acceptable levels of gamma rays, that can be enforced. That can be enforced.
In many packaging these days, we still don't see the customer care number. Is it a recent addition to the Act, and how strongly is it being enforced?
This is 2011.
Okay, so
and updated on 2013. The package committee rules are 2011. So this is as recent as that.
And so, which is why probably a lot of people are still not complying.
No.
My second question is that while you're hearing the cases and you pass a judgment, is there an appellate?
The appellate is a state. Actually, look, all the cases are done by deputy controllers, and I am the appellate body for those guys. And if I don't accept, it goes to the state government. And if it's not with the state government, then the appeal lies in the High Court. 226. Yes.
Thanks.
Sir, I have two questions, small questions. When purchasing gold ornaments, there are a number of these gold sellers. They are not giving the purity of gold. The cadmium mixtures in those gold ornaments.
As I said, the quality part is not. I would love to have quality weights and measures, but it is only weight and measure at the moment. But measure of quality, if it is if that quality, if you're saying 22 carats, so if 22 carats translates into money that you are paying for it, that is covered. But
it comes into whose scope of work to check those things and to get it controlled?
I think that comes under BSI or BIS or...
Okay. Second thing is that the builders, those who are selling in the square feet, they as per the new government rules and regulation, they are supposed to sell by the carpet area, right? But number of the builders, they are still selling as per the build up and super build. And their agreement also get registered, and stamp duty and registration get paid on the basis of that.
No, whatever it is, what I'm saying is we have issued a letter saying that the measurement of each builder which is getting registered in the registrar has to have some kind of verification certificate, and if they are devoid of it, then I think we will come into picture. That is exactly the communication which has gone to Registrar Kunkun, that if you are registering any property with of any builder which doesn't bear any verification certificate, then you will have to come to us, and we will probably charge you for violation of the Legal Metrology Act, which is of 2009.
The one is that nowadays the advertisements are coming now of the builders are fit out area, pay after fit out completion, and it is unable to understand what is this fit out called for. The second issue is that nowadays slowly they have changed it to livable area. Now what is this livable area? We need to take it on those matters. The other is that many of the packets which are there, if they are of the because one issue I took it in Karnataka when I was in Bangalore, is that the packets are of very what you call silver type of packets. The printing is done on the thermal way of printing is there, so you can just scrap it out that MRP. That's not an issue at all. So then there is a dispute that MRP to isme kuch likha nahi hai. So I think there should be somewhere, if there is any technology where the thermal printing is not done, because the other is that the shop owners nowadays, all malls and all, they give the thermal printout which evaporates after about a year. So they say that if you want this receipt to be kept, put it in the plastic bag so that it doesn't get a light effect. So I think this needs to be taken into consideration in the long run, where the product guarantee period is there and all these matters are there. This is what I would like to.
No, the thermal paper can be controlled, and I think that could be within the purview. That if you are giving invoice which is of a weight or measure, then that invoice could be of a particular kind, which we could probably specify.
I think that,
but I will have to look into this and whether the Act really provides.
Yes.
But the kind of weight and measures to use, I can certainly specify. And that's what I'm saying. Tell us the commodities, and we will specify that the electronic weights
I
we use.
give definitely with the packets how the thermal printing can be just scrapped out.
But the builders cannot sell anything. What I'm saying is, let them sell livable area or non-livable area. My only point is that whatever they are selling has to be measured and certified. There is an organization which got 1,000 fellows. Why should you not get them verified and measured? So that's what we say. Yeah.
Hello. These petroleum companies, they tell that when they are selling these LPG cylinders,
they say get it weighed, they say it's 14.2 kg and ensure that you get 14.2 kg. But their man who delivers doesn't have a weight with him. Now you don't have a weight at home to check whether the cylinder is of that weight or not. Now how do you ensure that?
Weight and measure. I don't know. What we can say is that you can complain to us that this is not a standard weight. But other than that, we can't really measure.
How do you ensure? How does the consumer ensure that he has got a cylinder with that weight, 14.2? How do you ensure that? Today there is no.
Only thing is that you weigh it.
Doesn't have weight.
If you deliver to the cylinder, if you ask him, he will bring the weight and weigh for you.
No. They said they think they just dump it and go. They don't.
I think this will.
Okay, very last question now.
जो RTO का जो मीटर सिस्टम है जो आप लोग करने हैं, can I proceed to the PIL for that?
All these three last items which I asked you,
what are the
all these three items, all the three items are grey areas. Look, the builders, I am doing it at my own maybe a peril that we are asking the builders the biggest lobby. The last time I got sent out of Maharashtra and never came back for 12 years was when I took on the brokers. People may not know, the shoe scam never threw me out. When I took on the brokers and said Badla was illegal, you have to be registered as money lenders, I was thrown out. 300 of them went and made sure that I was not here. The builders are going to do the same. If you want to come out with a PIL, I can give you all the, similarly the Airtels, the Aircells, the Bhartis, they are absolutely strong and they want to be hit absolutely because every equipment of theirs will have to be verified and not verified once but every year and they have to go pay certification fees. So a lot of debilitating effect on them. If you want to do a PIL on any of these, you please come. Please file it as quick as possible. And for you, sir, you come to my office, bring me. I will try to see where the inspector is.